Don't.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is indeed your girl Tiamac Pherson. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, but if you're oldie but a goodie, welcome back. So guys, you already read from the title, the girl is going on a Valentine's Day date. It's been a minute since his sister's been on a date, but you know, my girl, she came down and she wants to take me out, and it's a date, you get it? So we're gonna have fun, like just do girly stuff, have a few drinks, eat. All we can eat. Yeah, I know that sounds kind of, whatever way you want to take it, it's all up to y'all, you know, to be honest. So guys, before I start anything, I'm going to prime my face first. Okay, I'm gonna prime my face. So my face is clean and everything, but I'm just gonna prime it just so that it can set into my skin. Grwm baby skin birthday primer. So that is what I'll be using to prime my face, y'all. I'm obsessed with this thing. Like I stated, it does not have the best smell, but it's not about the smell, it's about what it can do. So your foundation goes on really flawlessly, and I really love and appreciate that about this primer. So when you get a primer, it depends on what you want or what you're looking for in a primer. Once again guys, I'm not a professional, so I mean, y'all can bash if you want, it's not like I would care. That's my pencil. I like an arched brow, so I always start from the beginning of my brow and go upwards. And go upwards. And then down, because you know that kind of makes the arch effect, if that makes sense. I'm not good at explaining myself, y'all. I'm just very bad at explaining myself. Go over the end section of my brows. It's black, y'all, cause like whatever, I've done my brows more time than I can count, and most of the times they look like long lost cousins. My brows, yeah, I can't find the brush that I really want to use, so I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee and Cool Tan. So I'm gonna use the Cool Tan under my brows because I want to use it as a base for my eyeshadow, and then I'll be using the Toffee to clean up, you know, the remainder of my brows, because this is not my favorite brush or my preferred brush. So guys, you need to take time with this part, because this is what's gonna make or break your brows. So you wanna be very careful when doing this part of it. Okay, make sure you clean up the wing section as well. So I see my hair is coming out. Okay, make sure you clean it up properly. Like I stated, I'm using this as a base for my eyeshadow. So now I'm gonna go over my brows with the Toffee. It's the same LA Girl Pro Concealer, because I'm using these because these are, you know, beauty store products that basically anyone can get their hands on. And I like to buy affordable makeup as well, because it just makes sense. It does the same thing that the high brands do. So yeah, to blend. So when you don't wipe, you don't swipe, you just dab. That is how you blend. You dab. Well, that's how you blend the concealer and foundation. You dab, you don't swipe it, because you want to get the products in your skin, not away, and you're not trying to make it look uneasy on your skin. See, you blend it out, you dab it in. Persons always ask, do I rather brushes or sponge? I don't have a personal preference. Sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I'd rather the sponge, and another time I'd rather the brush. So I don't know how to answer that question, because I really don't have a personal preference per se. Like I stated, guys, you can bash if you like, or you can discriminate if you like, but I'm not a makeup artist. I don't pretend to be one. I'd more prefer to have a sponge to blend the top section. Okay, and you do the same dabbing motion as you do with the bottom section with the brush. There's no difference. You just want to make sure that it's blended as best as you can get it. Okay, that is the aim, to blend as much as you can. Over with this to kind of, you know, make it look a little bit more natural. The foundation that I'll be using is the L'Oreal True Match in the shade Cappuccino, I think. Yeah, Cappuccino. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get my hair out the way. Don't mind my hair. Just make sure that your face is well blended, because you don't want your face looking crazy or anything else. So for me personally, my preference with concealers would be the e.l.f. concealers. Okay, so this I'm gonna put directly under my eyes because this is a concealer, the e.l.f. concealer. In the shade Deep Chestnut, and the other one is Rich Cocoa. You want to make sure it's not dragging your face down, but lifting it up, if that makes sense. You want to go around your hairline as well, because you don't want her, if it's too dark it can sort of blend things out on its own, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab a brush to blend this section out. Plus in my book. Okay, so you notice the contour with my nose. It looks like my nose is like this straight. Translucent setting powder first before I use the black opal, because the black opal is for darker areas. So I'm gonna set with a Mary Kay translucent setting powder first before I use that. Especially if you have oily skin. Most persons with oily skin, they bake because it sets their face. I do have dry to oily skin. Lots of color. Definitely get you some of this. Use it lightly because it's really dark. The True Color Soft Velvet Finishing Powder. Okay, so I normally just like dab my brush in there and then I tap the excess off in the cover. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm doing right now, just tapping off the excess into the cover, then going in. Use an handle brush, you know, so it's not all the way out, it comes down, it has an angle. And I'm gonna grab my Juvia's Place Warrior palette. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to grab the Mino, this one, the darker shade right there, dark of a powder. But I rather this dark of a powder, okay? So if you want to use lighter powder, that's up to you. All depends on your preference and what exactly you're doing and the look you're going for and all that amazing stuff. You're doing the job pretty well regardless, because you want to make sure that your lid is looking blended and not crazy. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab a darker shade to put on my lid. Okay, so now that that's done, this is the gold, y'all. It's like an old bronzy gold. So now, guys, I'll be using the Eye Method waterproof, smudge-proof eyeliner stamp. So they have the left and the right to do it. Okay, so for this look, guys, I'm gonna use the Milani Devotion. It's a red matte lipstick, and that's what I'll be using for my lips.
Yeah.